It's wonderful to be back here at this special place. And I want to especially thank Hinerangi for walking on with me. To come onto this place with the daughter of Dame Whina Cooper is a true honour. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, and I want to thank Mana Whenua for the hospitality. I want to acknowledge some of the people and some of the things that have been said before talking about what I believe is this government's vision for 2040. I heard that it's somehow a deficiency for me to rely on a woman to do a job. Sorry, what century was that set in? And I heard that this government wants to somehow demote or belittle te reo Māori. Well, I watched a woman practice and work day after day, carefully and proudly working on her kōrero so that she could come to this special place and give a speech. Anyone who wants to honour te reo Māori should have given her the respects that she was promised before she came here. That's how you honour te reo Māori and true tikanga. And while we're at it, when I talk about 2040, we need to start talking about ideas and stop attacking people. It's got to be a debate based on respect. Now, I heard Annex Sykes say that I said that Māori are unwashed. I've never said that. I've parodied a journalist who said it would be somehow unfair for the majority of New Zealanders to have a say about their future. But I've never said what she accused me of. So let's have respect and let's have facts. Today I've heard people say that we are spiders on this side, that we are sandflies. Well, I'm sorry to say, folks, not even Donald Trump is calling his opponents insects yet. You know what? If you want to attack the ideas, that's great. But I can say to Pena Henare, Māori should know better than anyone. You cannot kill ideas with a gun. And I say to Te Pāti Māori, if you want to have a battle of ideas, then it helps to come armed for that battle. You know, I believe that 2040 will be a time, despite the way it may seem to some people now, when we have tiro rangatiratanga for all, mana for all. That is what I stand for. And let me tell you a little bit about my tiro rangatiratanga and my decolonization. I can understand many people here are skeptical of the state. Well, I agree with you. It taxes a whole lot of money. It gives education that does not do anything for too many people. It leaves people with no tiro rangatiratanga and no mana, because there's no mana trying to navigate the 21st century with no education. It makes rules that make it too hard to build a whare on your own whenua. And our people of every background, and let me acknowledge them, the people who have been here for 1,000 years, we've heard a lot about that today, but at Auckland Airport this morning, aeroplanes will have landed and New Zealanders will be starting their journey as part of Aotearoa, and we should acknowledge both of them and everyone in between. Tiro rangatiratanga for all. But we cannot have true mana, we cannot self-determine if it's too hard to build a home, because the government has basically made it impossible. Those are the true cobwebs. Those are the true spiders, the ideas that hold us back from providing for ourselves. And if there's anybody who is up for a fight with the state and excessive regulation, bad social services, not enough choice, things that don't work for the taxes you pay, well, guess what? You're looking at it. And I believe that that kind of tiro rangatiratanga is somewhere where we have walked the talk. And I give you the example of Kurahorua. I remember I was in the room when Hannah O'Regan suggested we call partnership schools Kurahorua, because it was two waka sailing side by side in partnership to be stronger together. That's what I believe. When I had almost no political capital, some would say that's now, You know what? I put it all into providing schools that could be run by communities. That was partnership. But here's the rub, and here's where I get to with people who say that we're trying to somehow strip or deny the treaty. You see, it wasn't just partnership with Māori, it was partnership with many Māori. You know, I saw Rewan Tipene this morning, fabulous school in Whangarei. She said, get us back to being a charter school tomorrow, please. I said, we'll do it as fast as we can. You know what? It was also partnership with Sir Michael Jones and the Pacifica community. It was also partnership with community groups that had no ethnic background whatsoever. And we should do it in health. You know what? We should do it in every social service. We should have partnership. But the kind of partnership that we're going to have, is partnership for all. Tiro ranga tiratanga for all. And you can sing, and yet you're not going to beat an idea by singing any more than you're going to beat an idea with a gun. These debates about our identity and who we are as a nation and the rights of every single person, whether they've been here for 1,000 years or whether they just got here on an aeroplane this morning, those debates will continue. Our treaty will have partnership, not just for some people, but for all. Our treaty will provide tiraranga tiratanga, not just for some, but for all. And our treaty will provide that this society truly is inclusive and has the mana that it promised to all. And those people who think they can change those basic facts by singing over me, I got news for you. There's people up and down the country watching you, and they're asking, why do those people have a right to stop the rest of New Zealand debating its own future? Newsflash, you don't. And we're going to keep on making sure that this country is as beautiful and as inclusive as the country that the treaty envisaged when it said we all have tiroranga tiratanga, when it said we all have ngā tikanga katoa rite tahi, and this beautiful country of ours in 2040 will deliver the tiroranga tiratanga and the mana for all, whether these people like it or not. Nō reira, tēnā tātou katoa. Thank you very much for having me.